Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This video will teach you how to play the basics of the violin in 25 bite-sized lessons. These videos are for anyone who is completely new to the violin and music in general and want to learn how to play the violin in their own time without being overwhelmed with too much information. If you want to view these lessons in their original elongated form, you can access them by clicking the link under this video. This content is part of my 1 to 30 violin course, which guarantees to take you from a complete beginner to an accomplished violinist in just 30 lessons. All links can be found in the description bar underneath these videos. Now, not all of these lessons will be interactive. Some will just be explaining a particular technique or music theory, and an icon will appear on the screen to show you whether it will be interactive or a theoretical learning session. At the beginning of each video, information will pop up on the screen to tell you what equipment and PDF printouts you will require for that lesson. Everybody ready? Let's begin. So lesson 1, setting up the violin. So once you've got a brand new violin and you've opened it up, there are just a couple of things that you need to do to set it up. The first thing you need to do is rosin the bow. The second thing you need to do is tune the violin up. In this video, we're going to talk about rosining the bow. So assuming that you have a brand new bow, there is going to be no rosin on the bow. There's going to be nothing on the hairs of the bow. Now, the first thing you need to do is tighten up by screwing the end of the bow. It doesn't really matter how tight the hairs are. We don't want it too tight. We just want them we just want it firm enough so that we can put some rosin on the bow. Now, if you look in the end of your violin case, you'll find a little kind of opening where there'll be some rosin in there, or there should be some rosin in there. If not, you will need to buy yourself any type of rosin. And because the violin bow that we've got doesn't have any rosin on to start with, we're going to need to apply a lot of rosin. Now, if you tighten up your bow and you put your bow on the violin and you try to play, you won't really get any real sound out of it. A lot of people will always say that they can't get any sound out of the bow. What is happening? And it's purely because they haven't put any rosin on the bow, or they simply haven't put enough. So we're going to do that now, and it's very easy to do. Just open up your rosin and start rubbing it on to the hair. So I'm not going to put too much rosin on my bow because I already have rosin on it anyway. But if that was the case with you with a brand new bow, you're just going to keep rosining it until you see there's lots of rosin on the bow, and the rosin will give you like a white, dusty kind of look on the bow. Once you feel that you have enough rosin on the bow, pick up the violin best you can and just start bowing and see if you get a nice, good, rich sound out of it. If you don't and it still sounds a bit kind of whispery, then you need to apply more rosin. Try it again. If it still doesn't sound like you're getting a nice, good quality sound, apply more rosin. If you are just not getting a good quality sound, you need to apply more rosin. It doesn't matter if you overdo the rosin. That's not the end of the world because you can just play the rosin off in time. Make sure you just clean the violin in between that. But if you cannot get a sound, apply more rosin. I think most people are surprised that when they get a brand new bow, there is no rosin on the hairs at all. They put a little bit on, they spend a few seconds putting a little bit of rosin on, play the violin and still don't get any sound and wonder why they're not getting that sound. You need to apply a lot of rosin to get a brand new bow going. Especially if you've got a student quality violin with synthetic hairs, they take even more work or more rosin to get going than a bow with horsehairs on. Once you've got rosin on your violin bow and everything seems to be sounding okay, I will see you in lesson 2.